two, hey. Knock them down before I put the zoo, knock them down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Are we on the air? Hello, Mom. I'd like to make a request. Sending this out to all the non-believers and all the supporters, all those when the foes chose the pump this. Specialist INS, my man's threats, all strong. I need to prolong. We gon' give it to you raw. Yeah, I got sight beyond sight like the sword of omens. Feet to left broken by the wise word spoken. Survive living, driven by blood, money, hunger. Snake slave when you're patiently listening to thunder. We stay sharp, state of the art, tear the stage apart. Razor sharp, poison darts, spray the charts through the underground. So my band change the band, the gunshots. Yeah, the hood life, I'm in it to the limit. Wouldn't quit it for a digit. Die for it cause I live it. Before I let go, act correcto. I bust my I'm about to blow the lid off, alert the metro. I glow like a laser light show, your eyes split. Vibrant, colors, I'm always flipping silent. Living by the day, hearts are cold like winter nights. Got a hot hand on the dice. In this game of life, pay your lights in tune if you in the state bites. Roll like the glucose with no lights, late night. Small criminal, born original, on the lyrical. High, before miracles, before your third eye. Third eye, let up the round table. Like in the king's crown, able to hold it down stable. Cradle take lines to make lines every duty. Cradle beauty seduce me. Used to be a woman in the
just a moment.
Unruly, fist to fury, fly loosely. Cash still ain't no tuck the jewelry. Yeah. This is a little sample of how we start to trample. But I'ma blast off one more time. We ought to press rewind. Yo, just when you thought it was safe to make a name for yourself, the closed up, you strip for your belt, when your garments, featherweights, I know what you involved in, evolving in fantasy, dilute, resolving my hip hop, holding as an uncontrolled substance, rough in the beginning, this within my blood since my child days, blaze rookies on entry level, empty metal jackets and band, no sign of rebel, the Ayatollah, kid riders in the game, the high roller sidekick, lucky hands and dice thrower, everything tracks, go back, the mic,
hold on, y'all, I'm gonna go live on Instagram.
Global street soldier, deep cover mission rap spies, keep my folder. INS, aka J Hunter, vocal gunner, known the chokehold, the funky drummer. 100 city tour for the summer. Pop the last door, we forever roar through your forerunner. My all-star team put up Jordan like numbers. Small one to get you up the mess snatch from under. Word up. Thinking all that, but I'ma still hit you with the feedback. Actual fact, my man Stretch Armstrong rips the track like that. Like that. Like that. Lock them down before I put the zoo, lock them down. 1, 2. Are we on the air?
It'll be a good show today.
Hello, Mom. I'd like to make a request. Sending this out to all the non-believers and all the supporters, all those when the foes chose the pump this. Specialist INS, my man's threats, all strong. I need to prolong.
What up, Natasha?
Give it to you raw. Yeah, I got sight beyond sight like the sword of omens.
We're about to get started in a moment.
Survive living, driven by blood, money, hunger. Snake slave when you're patiently listening to thunder. We stay sharp, state of the art, tear the stage apart. Razor sharp, poison darts, spray the charts.
All right, YouTube, we on here.
So my band change the band, the gunshots. Yeah, the hood life, I'm in it to the limit. Wouldn't quit it for a digit.
Yeah, I'm on my Wu-Tang shit today. I am on my Wu-Tang shit. We are about to get it cracking. Today is the Notary sales meeting. So, we're about to get cracking. Oh shit, we got my brother Tech on in the building. Come through, Tech. Yeah, that shit, that's that East Coast shit right there, baby. That's that Wu-Tang.
Okay.
We live on Instagram too.
You know, in the lab.
Microphone, Blue Yeti. All right.
What's up with you, man?
Oh man. All right. We're lit, bro. We lit. So Tekk, I wanted to talk to everybody about Kim Yachty. What up? What's poppin'? Hold on, let me pause this. Yeah, Tekk, I was thinking about consistency. Today is the notary sales meeting, sales training. You know, like every other job, they would have a training weekly, right? So we are trying to incorporate this weekly sales training with you guys so you can keep your skills sharp. You can stay on point with everything. Nah, Kim, this ain't the notary war room. Oh, you say the notary war room was fire? Salute. Thank you. Yeah, Mark Saya was a great guest. You know, I was excited to have him on there. He gave a lot of information. If you have a chance to check out his show, the Notary Ninja Show, like he lets people have it. Like he's calling out names, he's calling out companies, and it's from experience. Like he's hired some of these companies and like he calls them out, which is you know rare. Yeah. So if you guys have a chance to check out his show, you could check out his show. It's pretty good. Tekk, what's up with you, man?
What's up, man? Just you know, pulling, like you said, man, you gotta stay sharp, doing this every day so that when it shows up, when it pops up, you're not caught off guard. So doing this every day, and you do this in your regular job, you might have team meetings. They used to call them huddles when I used to work in the clinics. They would call them huddles, morning huddles. And then they would just go a little quick rundown. But doing something like this on a consistent basis, on a daily basis, it keeps you sharp and you never know when you need it. Like I just needed it like an hour ago. Quick thinking, man. And when you've done it enough, you know, or when you do it consistently enough, it's not foreign to you. Now it's like, all right, I can, it's natural, you know, it comes a part of you. Asking the questions. When do you need the documents picked up? How many signatures are going to be in a document?
And you said a key word on that, bro. You said consistency. Consistency. I'm gonna show you guys one of my favorite books. This old is so beat up and worn out. It's called Secrets of Power Persuasion. If you guys have a chance to pick up this book on Amazon, it is an unbelievable book. It's helped me in my sales career. I got a lot of sales books, but this is one of my favorites right here. If you guys have a chance to pick this up, it will transform any business that you're doing, from insurance to credit repair to the notary business to, you know, online courses. It's an older book, so some of the stuff may look dated, may look outdated, but it is a powerful, powerful book. And one of the sections on here is called consistency. And the headline says, the power of consistency, it's more important to do it often than to do it right. And I thought that was perfect for today's sales meeting, sales training video, because I want you to think about it this way. Imagine going to McDonald's, and we can use this in a lot of different scenarios, but imagine going to McDonald's and you order a cheeseburger. And when you order that cheeseburger, one day they give you pickles on there. Next time you go there, they don't put pickles on there. Or next time they do, they smack a fillet of fish with the cheeseburger. Like the consistency is not there. So what happens is when you're not consistent in your delivery, you lose the trust of your customers. You know who does this a lot? Who is very, which profession is very inconsistent with their delivery? barbershops and hair salons. Barbershops and hair salons are so inconsistent with their delivery that they begin to lose trust of their clients. So I'll give you an example because I did some coaching for consulting with a barbershop. One day you'll walk into the barbershop and then they give you the full treatment. I'm talking about the hot towel on the face. They shaving you with the straight edge razor, right? They give you the lining with the chalk thing and everything. You know what I mean? They spray your hair with the coconut oil sheen. You know what I mean? Like you get 5 stars when it comes to your delivery. Then 2 weeks go by, you go back there. This time you won't have no hot face towel. You know what I mean? They zoom through your hair. They don't spray anything. Don't even put the alcohol around your lining. That's inconsistency.
I gotta go pick up my daughter, man.
Oh yeah, but who cares? Who cares? You have to pick up your kid. I'm here to pay for a service, right?
That's right.
And barbershops and hair salons are notorious for being inconsistent. One day you feel like being the Ritz-Carlton of the hair industry, and you give your client just immaculate service to the point where they're dancing and they're like, man, I'm gonna be bagging mad girls or mad dude. You know what I mean? Like how they walk out of the hair spa like a brand new person. Then they come back because they're looking for that same treatment and you're inconsistent with it. I've noticed notaries are very inconsistent with their delivery. Tekk, talk to them about a little bit of inconsistency that you have seen in the notary industry.
I'll give you real-time example right now. The only reason I can't share my screen is because it might reveal personal information, phone numbers and whatnot. But so here's a real-life example of what you were just saying. Here's the reason why I can be confident in knowing my sales process, knowing my product, and knowing the quality and commanding, a very competitive price and rate so that it's worth my time because it's consistent. For example, somebody reaches out to me on Thumbtack, right? And Thumbtack, you pay for the lead. So I then respond to this person, they book me. Now, I have to now communicate. Now, this is my process. I do this because I noticed that 70% of my clients are same-day responses. That means, to me, people want to move fast. If somebody books something on the same day, then that means, hey, I'm ready to go, right? Like right now, as soon as possible. So if 70% of the people who are calling me, if I recognize that there are same-day requests, so to me, here's how I minimize what just happened. When the person responds to me, they get an automated response so that they can get confirmation. This is consistency, right? We know so that we can prevent bad things on the back end. But so you book an appointment and I know that you're going to get a confirmation. I know you're going to get an immediate confirmation that the money that you just dropped, even if you haven't even spoken to me, even if you've never spoken to somebody, the money that you dropped, it didn't just go into a black hole somewhere. It actually went somewhere and then somebody got a response. That's consistency right there. Every time. I can't afford not to do that. All right. Yeah. It's not worth it to not send the confirmation. So, and on top of that, because 70% of the appointments are the same day, and then I'm going to outsource somebody to go and do that, I need to make sure that this appointment will not be canceled, nor will it be rescheduled. Now, if it does, because Tiger, shit happens.
Yeah.
Right. Shit happens. You got to go pick up your daughter. Got a flat tire. Drove off the bridge. I don't know. Shit happens. You might have to reschedule that appointment. In the event that you have to reschedule that appointment, this is what I do preemptively.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that I don't waste time and so that I can be sharper because it's consistent and I can recognize the patterns. I send them a message, a manual message, because the same day appointments, again, especially if somebody says, can you come like now? Like I send them, in addition to the automated response, I'll send them a manual message. And when I did that just now, the person just rescheduled it for next Monday. So what's the lesson in all that? The lesson is this. Number one, people understand, like we talked about this earlier, a little bit off camera, that when you become your client, when you can see things from their perspectives, right? When you see things from their eyes, here's the reality. Everybody, especially in this industry, everybody wants you to come right now. And then sometimes they don't. And then sometimes because they change their minds. Because they're human. Because shit happens. Because the dog threw up. Stuff happens, but giving people the opportunity, and then this minimizes on the back end all these cancellations, all these unnecessary problems, all these refunds. And then it also gives you more confidence when you're talking to the client on the front end, because you know they're going to get this level of consistency every single time, bro. Ain't no steps gonna be skipped. We're not cutting no corners. I can tell you, the lady calls, are you going to come to the hospital? Like she's like the person who she's talking to. I'm like, no, this is a business. And once the person shows up, or once the person's on their route, then you'll know what their names are, what their contact information is. But so once you process your payment, or once you satisfy your appointment request, you'll get that information because it's consistent. That's what we do every single time.
Yeah, and it builds trust, man. I think that's one of the most powerful things, is that it builds trust. Now, I'll also say this, is that if it's the first time that the client is calling you, you being thorough and having the right questions, the calibrated questions, is what's going to help you build the trust. But if that client calls you for the second time and you had the professional greeting in the beginning, but this time you have no professional greeting, it's the hello, like you're inconsistent and you're losing trust with that client. When you start losing trust, just imagine that you start off at 100% of trust with that client, and they will start knocking down points for every time you're inconsistent or you were not listening to what they were saying. The lower the bar gets, the lower your grade becomes. So you go from an A+ to a C, from a C to a D, and if you're at a D, forget about it. They most likely will not do business with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, you said something interesting the other day, and it came up with another notary I was chatting with, and she was saying that the person she was telling me, oh, I had a client call me, and they were going to report me, right? Because they told me that they told me that I'm scamming people. This is the notary talking.
Yeah,
she's talking about a call that she just took, and I said, well, how come why did they say that? She said, because I told her it was $185, and then I changed my mind and told her it was $150.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's that's fickle as hell, though.
Yeah, she was the reason why she lowered her price is because now the client didn't know this, but this is the reason why she did this, was because the particular day was on a Sunday. She was going to have to go out some distance, but she happened to go to church out there. So she was figuring, I can set up this appointment after I go to church, and then I can stop by and then help her out, and then I can save her some money. But you say something all the time, which is very interesting for people who are watching, and I think it's very important to just pay attention to this. That you talk about this all the time when you talk about talking about consistency, and then also lowering your price, or at least in that circumstance, and then how that can be a disaster situation.
Especially if you do not have justification for lowering your price. That is probably what makes you look shady, like Bernie Madoff. You know what I mean? Like the CEO of FTX. That can make you look really shady if you go from $150 and then you drop to $100, but there's no justification why you dropped it. You just go from 150 to 100. You'd be like, okay, this person's pulling out a price out their ass. Detrimental to your business. So if you are going to drop the price for your client, give them a reason why you're dropping the price. Oh, this is for expedited service. Since you only needed for next Thursday, we can actually save you a couple of dollars. Or instead of doing it at rush hour, you decide to do it, tomorrow morning. We can assist you with lowering your price. Hey, did you put in your information for our $10 off coupon code? You have to justify why you're dropping that price. If you don't justify it, people will look at you like you're shady. I know a lot of notaries that have done it just because the client said, why is it so high? Or, oh my God, I didn't expect to spend that much money. Immediately, you guys dropped the price, and now you just lost trust with that customer because you didn't justify why you're dropping your price. You'll be like, well, what if we did it for $100? Is that better? Well, why were you going to charge me $150 then? Be very careful with that. Very careful.
Yeah, I like the idea of and those are things that people, I think, notaries they tend to avoid them, but they can overcome those issues. Like you just gave a ton of them, giving them a credit or a bonus, but $10, the different times, rush hour traffic, the en route, the notary en route. Love that one. That's a good one. Just kind of working through some of those reasons why. I don't really call them objections. I call them why people should not lose clients. Because after all, think about this. You're not actually cold calling these clients. They're calling you. They're the one calling you. And you have to kind of work how not to talk yourself out of these situations, because when people put it this, when I ask you this, so do you come to the hospital? Like, that's a question, right? And then, so on one instance, you would say, yeah, I can come to the hospital, right? Versus saying, yes, we can dispatch a notary there, we can have someone sent there, and then you give them the next steps. Yeah, we definitely see customers, or we see clients inside the hospital at medical facilities. We see them up until 5 p.m. on the weekends, emergency rooms, round the clock. You give somebody a little bit of a picture of what they're trying to get, because they're not saying that they don't want to work with you. That's not what they're saying. And people, trust me, they're not saying they're not saying they don't want to work with you, nor are they saying that you are expensive. They're just trying to figure out what you about to give them, like what are they getting into. So it helps when you sort of paint that picture for people. And I like it, man. I liken it to storytelling,
Yeah.
Because just having, like, you understand the perspective of notary, or the person who's looking for a notary. You understand that what they're looking for. Yeah, it is a piece of paper with a signature, but I don't know, man. Is it really? I think there's always a story attached to it, man. There's always a story attached.
Always,
to it.
yeah. There's always a driving force going on in the background. Somebody like you're not gonna just like we always say, you're not waking up saying, hey, you know what, today I feel like hiring a notary. There's always a driving force that is pushing that client to seek a notary, hire a notary, and get their documents notarized.
Yeah.
The more of that you can find out without being intrusive, like Tekk would say, without being an interrogator, you got to flow. You got to make it seem very smooth when you're asking these questions. They have to be calibrated questions, right? What I like to do is when I'm talking to the client, and let's just say they ask to get a power of attorney, I'll say, okay, yeah, we can help you out with that. Tell me about the situation. What's going on? That is a very non-invasive way of finding out, because they're like, well, okay, well, let me tell you what's happening. Hiring a notary isn't something that they're going to do often. So when they're doing it, there is a situation that's happening, right? So a lot of times they're very open to speak to you about that situation. And they'll say, well, this is what's happening. This and I want you guys to listen more. Listen. Let the customer exorcist vomit on you. Let them be Reagan from The Exorcist, and let them throw up that green spew all over you. There's a reason why it's green, because it's green like money. The green spew that comes from The Exorcist looks like money. It's the same color as money.
The more, the better.
The more spew, the better. And be like, what's going on? Oh God, yeah, all right, yeah, all right, yeah. Oh my God. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's how you got to look at it.
Yeah, so you should be like ducking and dodging vomit. You should be like, it's so much of it should be coming at you. And the more of it, the better. You're just like moving out of the way.
100%, man.
You like it when customers do that, though.
I fucking love it, dude. As long as they're not talking about something completely unrelated. If I'm talking to you about a power of attorney and then you go off and start talking about why your ex-husband ain't shit, like that has nothing to do with the situation. I don't want to hear that. Or how you went to London on vacation, with your daughter. I don't care about that. That's completely going to another planet. Let's stay here on Earth. And you have to be very aware of when customers do that to you too.
Yeah.
Jordan Belfort calls it the straight line method, keeping them on the straight line. He was like, customers will tend to take you to Pluto once in a while. Sometimes they'll take you to Uranus. You have to bring it back to the straight line so you can deliver your message and close the deal. But yeah, a lot of clients will do that. The more questions the more intelligence that you can get from the client, the more products and services you can offer to that client in order to bump up your sale. A lot of times they'll tell you, like Tekk, you just had that today or the other day, where they would say, I don't have the document. Can you assist me with, getting the document? There are situations where they don't even know that they're going to need a third-party witness. And because your questions are calibrated, you can position yourself, frame the conversation, have them ask you, ask them, did they need a third-party witness? Next thing you know, you just made an extra $100 by bringing your spouse or your cousin. Says sign something. You pay him $25, $40, and you just kept $60. That's a real nice spread in the loan sharking business. Thank you, Jazz. She was like, I like the studio setup. Appreciate it. I had to get the soundproof. Tapping into my my Negro Spielberg side of things. You know what I mean? My T Diddy side of things.
Have to get the acoustics just right.
Yeah.
Ambiance.
Shout out to everybody on YouTube too, by the way. If you guys want to see me and Tech on here, you could jump on YouTube. That way you can see us both on here. If you're on Instagram, you're only going to see just me on this one. Yeah, bro. So again, the consistency is very important. It's more important for you to do it often than to do it right. It helps you build trust. When they call you for repeat business and they say, hey, I got another document, I need you to come out, you have to give them the same stellar treatment that you did the first time. If anything, you do it even better. Hey, we just incorporated this in our business. Would you like to see? Here's the thing: when you're developing your notary business, you are looking to increase the value proposition of your business. I'm gonna explain to you what that is. The other day, Saturday, somebody called me from New York. He's a translator. He translates documents, right? He can translate in Russian, Ukraine, Portuguese, and then he can outsource for Spanish. Now, what that does for me is it increased the value of my company because I can now offer that service. You guys offer many, many services, but you're not packaging it in a certain way where you can, like, if a person tells you, all right, I need third-party witness, I need the document printed out, I need someone to help furnish the document. Instead of you saying, we could do all of this, package it and make it a bundle. Say, oh, okay, you're looking for our gold package. Now, if you tell them it's a gold package, be consistent with having a gold package. Well, it sounds like you would benefit from our gold package. Let me tell you what that is. It does this, and this. Everything that you're looking for. Does that sound like something you want to do? Otherwise, you would a la carte it and it would be more expensive. So if you're getting enough phone calls to the point where you see a pattern that is happening, bundle your shit up. Bundle it up. Offer a bronze package, offer a gold package, offer a diamond package. I have a diamond package. Well, I don't call it diamond, I call it a platinum package for power of attorneys that damn near want to get the whole kit and caboodle. And then I give, this is like, you know, you're going to get a third-party witness. We're going to help facilitate the documents. We're going to print out the documents. We're going to bring an extra copy for the client. Plus, it covers for an additional visit if for some reason the institution rejects the document. We'll come back out at no additional charge. Like it has everything that the customer could possibly want.
Do you bring that up to the client, or do you allow the client to sort of walk themselves down that path and then you kind of bring that up?
Yeah, so it would come into asking the calibrated questions and then having them vomit on me.
Yeah, okay.
Right? And the more that they do their exorcism, and we do our exorcism on them, they'll let you know what they need. And
can you do an example of that? Like I'll play like the lawyer. I'm calling you. Yeah, because this is such an important instrumental point to like the functioning of a business where you're like, I might be stalling. Maybe, but think about it. If you approach your calls and structures a certain way, all this stuff will become like revealed to you, And it's important to kind of pay attention to this. So
you mean like how do I perform my exorcism on the client?
Yeah,
I'm a fucking priest, baby. I'm a priest. I mean, let the power of Christ compel you.
Oh, pay attention, you guys. Watch this. So I call you. Ring, 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 ring.
Thank you for calling U.S. Notary Agency. This is Mark speaking. How can I help you today?
Hi, Mark. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm going good. Listen, I've got this situation here.
Mhm.
I just need it's not really a notary, but it is. I would like to have one of my clients. She's an elderly woman, and I just need to get something signed from her, and then perhaps have it sent out because she doesn't want to do a bunch of things, a bunch of work. She doesn't know how to do it. So I was wondering if I can get that set up.
Sure. What type of document is it?
Yeah, see, it's and then this is how I'm gonna go. This is how the client will just kind of throw stuff out. So listen, so it's really just a purchase agreement, and she's a very elderly woman, and I'm a lawyer out in Los Angeles, and my client stays out in Calumet City.
Okay.
And she's an elderly woman. She lives alone, and she's a little bit tense about outsiders coming in her house, and she just. So I would actually have to, if that's possible, if I could have one of your notaries, if I could send it to you, and then you guys can take it to her and have her sign it.
Right there, ladies and gentlemen, you should have seen Tekk became Reagan. And I was just that one question told me that the lady's apprehensive of people coming into her home. She's elderly. It's a purchase agreement. All I asked was what type of document it was. This is what I mean, calibrated questions, and you let them talk. You let them talk, right? You're already giving me a lot of information that I can already use. So at this point, then I'll say, okay, and who am I speaking to?
Oh yeah, my name is Rob.
Rob, pleased to meet you, Rob. Okay, so let me ask you, Rob, is she aware of the purchase agreement?
Yeah, actually, we've been trying to get this taken care of for at least the past 2 weeks, and she's got a nephew who lives with her, and he's tried to print it out and just wasn't successful at it. So we thought about sending it to her overnight, but we really need to get this thing taken care of. And, I know it's a Saturday and it's early, so I'm actually happy you answered the phone. But we've been trying to get this taken care of. We've been trying to send it to her, and we just haven't been successful. So if we could send it to your firm and then have one of your guys take it over and send it back to us. As a matter of fact, she would actually prefer if there was a female. Could you guys actually help with that?
Sure, we could help her with a female. Is there an age that you would like the female to be?
No age, no age, not this time. Just if she's a woman, that would be. She's got this thing about men in her home because she lives alone and she's elderly, and it is pretty early in the morning. But she'd be more comfortable with a woman.
Okay, yeah, not a problem. We could definitely help out with that. Okay. So let me ask you this, Rob. Does the document need to get notarized or not?
There is a signature. There is one signature. So when we send you the file, if we can send it to you, you'll see there's about 17 pages total. So there is one signature that she needs to sign, but if you could actually make sure that the notary knows that she initials every single page.
Okay.
Okay, so there is one signature that needs to be signed. Yeah. About how much would that cost?
Sure. I just want to make sure that we can do this job for you. So I just have maybe a couple more questions for you, and then I'll let you know if we can do it for you, or it'll probably be something better if you seek out a different company. So again, ladies and gentlemen, right there, there's nothing wrong with being hungry. You just don't want to come across thirsty, right? So I'm putting him in what is called the endowment effect. The endowment effect is basically, I'm saying, here, Jazz, you can have this bottle of water, but I'm gonna need that bottle of water back though.
Until after.
Wait, the water's mine. You know, like I'm giving you something and letting you feel what it. I'm giving you the opportunity to possess it, but I have the ability to take it away from you. So imagine a little kid playing with a toy, and then you say, hey, you having fun with the toy? You like the toy? You want to keep the toy? Yeah, I want to keep the toy. All right, give it back. You can't have it. What is that kid going to do? He already played with it, had fun with it, enjoyed himself with it. I actually thinks he has the possibility of taking that toy home. But then you take it away from them, kid is going to have a fit. Adults are the same way. They do not want you to introduce them to something and then have the ability to take it away. I'm going to give you a real life example of what that is. Whenever a company offers you a free trial of anything, that is called the endowment effect. So if Hulu gives you a 30-day trial to watch all of these programs, and you get to see what they offer, and you get you're binge watching on certain, be like, ooh, Hulu's pretty good. And then they send you an email on the 27th day and say, we're going to take this Hulu away from your ass now, unless you start this membership.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime does it. Paramount Plus does. I mean, like, they all do it to you. They all do it to you. You just haven't recognized it. So in this situation, I'm letting them know that there's a really good possibility that we can do this assignment. But if I ask them certain questions and it doesn't sound right, I have the ability to take it away from them. Okay, so, all right, Rod, is it Rod? Rob.
Yeah.
Right? That's why you got to write shit down, y'all. You got to have your pen and paper. I don't care if it's I don't care if it's a index card, you know, and a pen. Always have a pen and paper. Always be ready for a conversation to happen, man. You never know. All right, Rob. So for sure, we're going to need to print out these pages for you, correct?
Okay.
Do you need us to scan them back and possibly return them back to you? Like FedEx
Backs,
overnight?
you don't have to return them electronically, but if you could drop them off at the UPS store.
Okay.
And we can send a shipping label with you, so that way they can just be dropped off. But we would definitely need you as someone to take them there. She's not going to be able to leave the house.
Got it.
Doesn't sound like it. Yeah.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, if you're paying attention and you're taking notes, I went from a regular notarization, right, to printing out the document, to offering courier service. Those are a double level of an upgrade. So each one of them demands a price tag to it. Now, I'm not going to tell Rob that I'm going to a la carte and nickel and dime him. When I give him a price, it's just going to be a price for everything. Okay. All right, fantastic. And when did you need this done, Rob?
I see that you got some time, or she's got some time, about 12:30 today. So I was hoping I could catch her between 12:30 and 3:30, somewhere between that time.
Oh, so you need same day service.
Yeah, I know it's Saturday. I know it's sort of last minute and I got you early. So yeah, I do actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been trying to get this for the last 2 weeks.
So now I can charge Rob for expedited service. You guys see that? Now I can charge him for expedited service. in I guess the medical field, when the ambulance is coming to you, it would be considered rapid response. Rapid response. Otherwise, we're gonna go to Panera, get something to eat first, and then we'll eventually make it to you.
Yeah.
we'll eventually make it to you. But since you need same day service, expedited service, I want you guys to bridge it and think of FedEx. You have FedEx Ground, which can take a week for your package to get to its destination. And then you have overnight, FedEx Overnight, where it will make it there overnight or probably in 24 to 48 hours. Okay, fantastic. And does your client have a valid photo ID?
You know, that's the thing right there. Mm-hmm. No, she doesn't have a valid ID.
Okay. And but the nephew lives with her, correct?
Yeah, she does have a nephew who lives there, but you know, he's working, but he will be there today. So he will be there to identify her. So, and she's got her birth certificate, she's got a social security card, she's got a Medicare card, she's got everything else.
Yeah, as long as the nephew's there that he could verify and we can jot down his information and his driver's license, we can take care of that one for you. Okay. And one last question, Rob. Is she of sound mind?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
There's no reason why I don't think she would not sign it. After all, this is her request. It's just, you know, she's just having some difficulty with the technology. And I figure instead of just waiting another few days, let's get this taken care of as soon as we quickly can. So I just reached out to your firm. Yeah. So yeah, can you guys help us out with this? Does it sound like something you guys can do?
Absolutely. We could definitely take this. So let me do a quick recap with you, make sure that I got everything. So we are going to your client today, is that correct?
Yes.
We will be printing out the documents, is that right?
Yes, if we can send them to you, we can email them over to you like as soon as possible.
Okay. Will you also require a courier service, UPS, and you will be sending us the label, is that right?
Yeah, the email will have the label in there, so you'll be able to see it.
And we're looking to do this anytime between 12:30 and 3:30, is that right?
That's right.
Okay, and would you like us to call your client and confirm with them, or would you?
Yeah, that'd be very good. If you can call her and get the appointment with her, and then just send us the bill, we can actually go ahead and take care of that. That way she doesn't have to pay for it.
Absolutely. And most importantly, that we are going to be dispatching a female notary. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. It has to be a woman. And I mean, if you don't have anybody, we can try, but I would really, if you can do a woman, then that's going to be our ideal scenario.
Okay. Yeah. So Rob, give me about 1 minute here so I can see what our availabilities are, see if we have any notaries that we can dispatch out there, a female notary we could dispatch out there. Could you hold 1 moment, please?
Okay.
Boom. And I don't care what you do. You go take a piss or whatever, like just give the situation a chance to breathe, as my brother Tekk would say. Give it a chance to breathe. Let it marinate. Because you just put some seasoning on there. So let it marinate. Let it settle. Let the dust settle a little bit.
Now we did this a little bit slow. Obviously we're talking through this, but how quick is this happening?
Oh, this is happening probably less than 2 minutes.
Yeah. Less than 2 minutes.
And again, letting the client speak most of the time. All I did was ask questions and let you do your thing. Ask another question, let you do the thing. The only time where I probably will speak the most is when I'm doing the recap. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for holding, Rob. So we do have a 1 o'clock, 1:30, and a 2:30 available. Which time works best for you?
Either one should be okay, as long as the notary can actually call my client and then confirm the time with her.
Okay.
I just need to make sure that you can send someone out there today. Can you?
Yeah. So those are the times that we have available, which falls within your window. So we will call your client to confirm which time works best for her. And the nephew will be there when we go out there. So your total will be $355.63.
Okay. Very good.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to send you, is this a cell phone or is this a business line?
This is my cell phone.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now, Rob, I'm going to send a link to you, which will allow you to select the time, the date and time. You can select whichever time that falls between that window, and then I will make the corrections on my end once we contact your client. And there's a payment gateway at the tail end of it where you will be able to process your payment.
Okay, I don't see the message.
Yeah, I'm going to send a link to you in about 30 seconds here.
Oh, all right.
Did you receive it?
Yep, looks like I got it now. All right, I'm looking at it now. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick 12:30. I see 12:30 now.
Yeah. And what I'll do, Rob, is I'll send you a confirmation of the time that your client selected.
Oh man, I really appreciate that. Keep me in the loop. And once it's sent off, just go ahead. Can you send me like a tracking number?
Yes, absolutely. We'll take a picture of it and send it. And if you, you'll also put your email on there. So we'll send it via text and email for you.
All right. Very good. Thank you very much for your help, sir.
No problem.
I appreciate it.
And if you have any other questions, feel free to give me a call. My name is Mark. Also, we are a nationwide outfit. So if you do have clients in different states, we can provide the same caliber of service for you.
Oh, really? Well, we've got some deals that's going through in Tennessee.
Okay. Yeah. So however we can help you, my friend.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate all your help.
Absolutely. Have a great day. Bye. Done, son. Done.
Wow.
Not only that, you throw in the hook, baby. You got to throw in that pinhead hook from Hellraiser. You throw
that was masterful. Masterful. That was.
Right? So a lot of times we're excited to get the sale. And we get the sale and we know that we can offer additional. Sometimes you just have to send in an additional heat-seeking missile. Now, at the tail end, I told the client that I can provide we are a nationwide outfit. He's a law firm. Of course, he has clients all over the place.
Yeah.
My job is to make my client's life easier. You think they want to keep looking for different notaries for every state that they have to go? You know how draining that could be? That could be so draining to a client, especially, all right, even if he has help for a receptionist. Let's say he has an executive assistant or a receptionist. Just him having to tell his receptionist, find a notary to do this. That shit is draining. So at that point, let's just say he has a client in Tennessee, right? I'm going to make it so simple for him that he can literally just send me a text. Have a client in Tennessee, needs it Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Can you help me? That's it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's it. Now go back to doing your lawyer stuff. How do I know this? Because I have lawyer clients that do that with me now.
Yeah, people don't realize like that call, it might on the surface have seemed like a very breezy, easy call, but that's exactly how it goes when you frame this, when you approach this sales call in this manner, because it can completely go the other way. It could, what you don't say, you know, could really make it turn into a disaster scenario. It could really go left field because now the person can easily question whether or not you're the right person, you know. And now you throw out a number and then they object to that because they're not sure whether or not you're going to help them, or, you know, you don't have a, they sense, or you don't have any female notaries, do you? Like, do you really have, like, that's a very particular request.
Yeah.
And you show a sign that you may not be able to fulfill it, then you can lose the confidence in the client. And it can go left field easily, man. Like you were saying, you start off with that battery level or that 100%, and then it just goes down
Yeah.
to an A from a C. And knowing what not to say is very powerful, man, to me. And to me, you know, we make it, we give it this big presentation, but to me, it's like, bro, this is like a couple $100. You gotta be able to do this, especially if you're in a position where the person is calling you. Like, don't you see how powerful that is? They're getting in contact with you, whether it's on Thumbtack, email, text message, phone. They're coming to you. So being able to present your business, you know, this ain't about knowing what's on a purchase agreement. Like, do you know what's on a purchase agreement? Not really. I mean,
No, I don't.
No.
Nor do I care.
Nor do I care, because every law firm, every broker, every licensor, every lender is going to do it maybe a little bit different. They got their own stuff. They're always, so I don't, like, you didn't even ask me about it.
And even if I did, right, Tech, what am I gonna do, like go toe to toe with this lawyer that actually drafted the thing? Like, hey man, there's something missing on this. And it's like, oh, dude, that's your problem. If you miss putting something on that purchase agreement, that's not my fault. If anything, it positions me to either charge you for a second visit or really give you some stellar service and be like, we'll go out, even though it's your mistake, we'll go back out and re-notarize the document at no additional charge. That puts you in a whole different class, man. But you can only do that when you've got enough meat on the bone.
Yeah.
When you have enough profit baked into the sale, then you can offer something like that. But if you're at your bare minimum and like it would cost you more money, or you would actually go into the negative to go out to that client's house for the second time, then it's not going to benefit you at all. But I always try to bake enough pies for the projects, baby. You know what I mean? So there's enough spread. So if I do go back out to the client for the second time, I'm still in the positive. Here's a way I could have lost the deal though, Tech. If I had positioned the company that I am the one-man show, and Rob's client wants a female.
Yeah.
If I'm saying I, immediately Rob is going to be like, well, there's no way this guy can send a female to the notarization because it's him. He's a one-man show. Yeah, I'll print out the paper, Rob. Yeah, Rob, I'll take it over here. I'll take it to your client. I. Now the client is apprehensive. He's like, oh, we're sending, could you imagine what that phone call would be? Hi, we found a notary for you, Miss Ellen. Oh, great, Rob. It's a woman, right? No, it's a guy. No, I don't feel comfortable with that, Rob. Is there a way you can, call around and find a female to go out there? I lost that deal.
Yeah. Yes.
Little things like that. Now, because this show is about power of consistency, when Rob calls me for any additional deal, I have to give him the same stellar performance and enhance it and make it even easier for him. Hey, Rob, we've created a section just for you and your law firm. Tekk, you do that a lot, where your corporate clients have their own page. You can bypass all of this stuff right here. This is normally for our customers, like one-off customers, but because you're going to be a consistent client, we've created this page specifically for you and your firm. So a lot of the questions that I would have on my Calendly, he's not going to have half of those questions. He's going to have like maybe 2 or 3 or 5 questions versus 9 or 10 to help him streamline the whole process. Oh, by the way, Rob, you don't even have to call us.
Yeah.
As long as you give us a 24 or 48 hour lead time, you're good to go. You'll just receive a confirmation.
Red carpet.
At that point, Rob's not looking for any other notaries. I just eliminated my competition with a machine gun.
Yeah.
At the wall. Assassin style.
There's nothing you can do. There's nothing no one else can do.
The only way he'll call another notary is if I fuck up or I just cannot service that situation.
Yeah, and that's not likely to happen because obviously with the automation and stuff, it's all these things are like it's fail safe, right? It's not going to happen. It can't. But I guess if you can't find a woman in that scenario,
which would be, it would be more difficult trying to find a man than to find a woman in the notary, because the notary business is made up 93% women.
Right.
So easy peasy.
That's it, man. I mean, to me, it's the approach that has to involve how you communicate with the client, taking a shot, taking the chances. You talk about this sometimes with the traffic and being able to take these opportunities. And if you don't get a ton of traffic, then how you even got to be even more on point, more precise with it. And, these are things that you should really become good at. I study this stuff, man. I really feel like I've been in a position where I've gotten really good at it. So I'm qualified to talk about it.
Oh, you're masterful at it, bro. I'm letting you know. Like, I hear you take phone calls, man. Like, you have mastered this art. You just got to keep the skill sharp, right?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You don't use it, you lose it. As Reverend Ike would say, you can't lose with the stuff I use. And with that being said, if you guys do not have the special ops, notary special ops book, you guys are slipping on your pimping, slacking on your macking.
Yeah, if you think you can use some help in this, there you go, right there. You can see real life examples of it right there.
Look, you guys, the questions that I asked him is in the Notary Special Ops Workbook bundle. The only workbook you'll ever need in this notary business, it has the $1 Million Call Script. It has the Control Chaos Notary Summit, where we actually do drills, and it's damn near what is a 2-hour to 3-hour video. You have the automated call script, plus bonus live call videos. These are videos that, I mean, the videos by itself is worth a few $100s.
Yeah, where you see using the call script, when you can hear the areas where we're using the call script.
Yep.
Transfer it, take it, and then boom, now you're instantly closing more deals. Instantly.
You'll hear Tekk take live phone calls and close the deals. And you'll see how he was able to navigate around concerning questions to close the deals that more effectively. So powerful. That by itself is powerful. We could sell that by itself. You're also going to get the call tracking system, so you know what is the hottest topic, the hottest documents that is circulating in your area, because every state is different. You're also going to get over 50 directories on how to optimize your visibility and get high quality leads, because that's what we want. We don't want these bum ski, dusty clients trying to get notarizations for $1, $2, $5. Like that's not even realistic for us to even be sustained in this business. We want high quality clients that don't even bark at the price that we're offering, because the value is that much greater. What the documents that they are getting notarized, it far exceeds the price that you're asking. You're also going to get the texting for dollar prompts, plus 50 ways to effectively scale your notary business. We just added that, plus tons of bonuses. The original cost for this will be $495. You can get it now for a pre-holiday special for $37. You get immediate access to this thing. Plus, it's in a digital format, so you'll be able to get it, review it over your phone, review it on your laptop, your desktop, anywhere, wherever you go, it goes with you. So you can now purchase this. The link is in the description. For those that are on Instagram, you could go to the link in bio and you'll be able to access it from there. Any last words, Tekk? We're almost at the top of the hour here.
Hey, happy holidays.
Yes. Get the Notary Special Ops Workbook. It'll be the best $37 you spend all year. Promise you. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Notary Sales Training. I hope you guys got a lot of